Oh, so, wait. Okay, audio. Can you hear me? Hello. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think like woof. Yeah. TikTok is yelling at me to stream. So I have I have an idea that like maybe because obviously like Twitch is asked for discoverability, but I'm thinking maybe if I multi-stream to here. Oh, hi Ramon, by the way. Um, I'm I have one video that's climbing. It might hit 1 million views, but I mean that's the thing is that's not particularly useful. That doesn't really get you famous, or that doesn't really do all that much for you as a content creator. I bet I can go loud. That doesn't do a whole lot for you as a content creator having one video blow up. Um, because TikTok is just it's lousy. It's which one is doing numbers? It is the one that where I'm just kind of piggybacking on this kind of drama about the Waymo CEO saying, "Oh, he's saying, "Oh, people will get used to Waymo's killing people." And like, can I link it? Yeah, I can link it in the chat. Let's see. Oh god. Um I unpinned it because that's not the point of a pinned video. I do need to make like a channel intro thing so that like when people go to my page it actually has like the link to my album. Where is it? There we go. Okay, cool. Let's go copy link. And then let's see how this works. I bet let's actually no, let's just do this. And okay. Turn off display capture real quick. All right. This view is way too compact now. So it's I can go on I can put it in the chat. But yeah, that's the link. It's at like it's at 740k now. Is it wait, is there audio? Is there audio? No, audio.
Look up the invention of jaywalking and tell me people won't get used to that shit so fast. He's right. Can you believe that CEO said we'd get used to Waymo's killing people? I'm going to hold you so close when I tell you
so
this.
yeah, that's the video in question. It is at 700. Let's see, 740k views. So yeah, it's not nothing. But again, having one video blow up doesn't do a whole lot for your account. You get a lot more mileage out of just consistently posting and kind of developing a brand and an audience. Are you gonna make it full screen? Um, You'll just have to go to. Hold on, you're on YouTube. Let's see. Hold up. I've had to do this stuff with so with no, I'm on the one. Okay. Go to view your channel. I think it'll show the live. Yes, okay. Cool. And the thing works. Close. Okay. So that's the video. But yeah, the idea with like this like layout is I'm trying to make it so that if I'm multi-streaming to like Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, it'll actually be if it's a square. I'm not trying to shorts farm, but or unless you're talking about my actual shorts, but like a square aspect ratio will kind of be moderately bad on all aspect ratios, so it's like sort of useful. So I don't know. There's like probably a way to like, I don't know, that you could, there's like stuff you could do with like processing it through, like, I don't know, doing multiple layouts on Restream. I don't want to do that. I just want to have like one. I don't know. I think a square aspect ratio is kind of tight. I don't know. How do you guys feel about those like TikTok videos? It goes in the square hole. How do you feel about those TikTok videos where like they're just like regular 16:9 videos, so they make you like rotate your phone? I think that's just ass. This would be obnoxiously bad if you're trying to stream something up there. Want to bet? Let's try something. There's no way this is gonna work. All right, let's see. There's no way.
Survival.
So let's not forget that like the point of streaming is not to like the point of streaming is not to actually see the gameplay. Let's not forget. Oh, Captain Falcon is so much fun. Yeah, unlike the wait, what's that? I gotta put the camera below. Chat goes above the Chat was above the camera. Wait, what? Okay, wait, hold up. What? Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, is this cut off? Damn, I gotta. Okay, there's something weird going on with the chat window. Okay, so it's like cut off. Pausing against a real player. This is not a real player. Don't you worry. I'm literally just pulling up. Why are you putting up square again? That's because I'm trying to. I gotta actually make this be just chatting, so I don't get. I don't know. I've never gotten like dinged, so who knows? Um. I've never gotten like dinged, but okay. So why are you making it square? I'm trying to. I'm trying to see if this like square aspect ratio is something that'll kind of work on horizontal and vertical video formats. I don't know. I'm not a I don't watch live streams. I think that's just like it's not I can't dig it. Um so I'm deferring to you guys because you guys are the freaks who actually watch this stuff. The Bowser this is the 20XX Bowser AI. Like it's yeah, it's it kind of tasks you to death a little bit. Ugh. I got Rivals too. I don't. You guys, did you guys actually get Rivals of Aether too? I wonder if I can YouTube bomb this stream. No, this is whatever pops up on the restream thing through the CSS I put on. This is like ancient CSS, by the way. I'm so ass. What, I should. No, this is the right spot. It's fine. But yeah. Still, like the main issue right now is just the internet quality going through Powerline. So I don't have Rivals of Aether 2. Making us watch the stream in a small box seems crazy, but it's your stream. I mean, you're mostly here for me, right? So let's actually make me bigger. And now you can't do nothing. Checkmate, atheists. I gotta put the. I've ruined everything. Okay. Rivals of Aether 2. It definitely feels low budget. This Avenger sensibilities. You're here, dude. You're here. I think it definitely feels more sluggish than Rivals 1. And it is a little bit too twee for my taste. I am unfortunately kind of an inveterate edgelord. Why is the camera focus? Oh, I'm dead. This is one step removed from e-girls streaming on their boobs. At least let me deny my parasociality a little bit. Look, that's the only thing that actually makes money in this economy anymore is people simulating friendship. At least in my case, like I'm a pretty dependable, like parasocial personality. Like I'm not gonna lead you down a bad road. At least not like intentionally. And the biggest thing is I know how to take an L. Ledge dashes are ass. I'm gonna put the camera back. It was cute for a second, but now you can't even see the gameplay. Yeah, I think you gotta work on being more of a repressed Catholic. Everyone's going Catholic nowadays. It's crazy. Or at least like all the worst people. But yeah, in like the age of the internet, I'm gonna, you know how like they say cooking and cleaning are life skills. I would include being able to take an L in like the important life skills that you got to learn. And like so many people online, they don't know how to take an L. So they'll say something like ill-informed or wrong, and instead of just being like, "Oh, I was talking out my ass," let me try to like say, "Oh, you know what? I was talking on my ass," and just take the L, right? Instead, they just like post through it, and then like it's always, and then you end up like 2 months later with them making a quote "why I left the left" video. It's like it's so easy to take the L. It's like it's the equivalent of like looking at your bank account statement. Like it's the equivalent of looking at your bank balance. Because like whether or not you look at your bank balance, like the numbers are there. There, if you have $500 in your bank account, the $500 are there whether you look at it or you don't. And the longer you spend not looking at your balance, the more your concept of the amount of money you have and the reality of how much money you have drifts apart. So it's much better to just like check early and often. Same thing with taking an L online. Just take the L early, take it often, and like maybe like because here's the thing: worst case scenario about taking an L is like 6 months later you sit bolt up in bed and go like, wait a minute, and that's like a much better scenario because like you'll feel kind of like you got done dirty and you got played a little bit, but that is so much better than showing your ass online because then you're like locked into being an asshole. Like you have to like do work to undo shit. No one is going to fault you for being too ready to take an L. You know, like if someone, because I've been accused of like being racist by someone, and this is not like a recurring thing. That's why it's not like, but I've been accused of like racism by someone, and I very readily took the L, like, damn, I messed up. I'm so sorry. And let me let me do the work to undo. And then like 6 months later, when I look at like how much damage like the person who accused me has done to like the people around them, and I go like, wait a minute, they were no. But you know what? That's a much better scenario than like, someone calls you a racist and like doubling down. Cause like now you're doubling down on being a racist. So take the L. Worst case scenario, you take the L and you weren't wrong. Also, for Fox players, drill is not safe on shield. Drill is not safe on shield. Ugh. Drill is good on crouch cancel. It is not safe on shield. Do not drill people. Do not drill shields, okay? Like if you want to drill a shield, you better be behind them. You want to be on their back, and hopefully they don't have a good out of shield up B. Accused of being racist by many people, that sucks. Well, it's not like, at least when it's happened to me, it's been like in leftist organizing spaces where like, the default is to like, listen to people of color and stuff, which is like that's a good policy. Hema, a lot of the like terminology for Melee comes from Tekken. Dude, yeah, Tekken. I haven't touched Tekken in so long. It wasn't good for me. It was bad for my health. It's bad for your health, dude. I've been like reading. There's a new Gabriel Rockhill book that came out. It's called Who Paid the Piper? I'm stoked. There's also a new Thomas Pynchon book that just came out. And like now that I'm medicated, I can power through books. It's crazy. The Shadow Ticket. Now I've been like reading and listening to music. I've been like building out my offline music library. I like took out all my CDs and it's like chaos right now. But building out my FooBar library, I'm back up to how many albums do I got? Let's see. I have. Let's not have this one playing. I have 215 albums. But yeah, with like, being accused of stuff, there are scenarios where like people another new steam is made from boiling water. Well, it's made, yeah. But you can have scenarios where like, people who they surround themselves with very empathetic people and very community minded people, and it's very easy in those scenarios for people to kind of, you know, manipulate the social systems around them. So, it's frustrating. I don't It's still like that's a whole other skill, like organizing and like learning how to one thing I refuse to like traffic in anymore is this kind of corporate speak. That is a thing that happens where people will like, "Oh, we're going to we've got this new system for accountability," or something where like we're going to call people in instead of calling people out. That's not real. That's not a thing. That's not real. Like if you got to call if someone's like doing something wrong and you got to like hold them to account, way there's no way to like hold someone accountable that will not result in them getting their feelings hurt. And there's this illusion that if we like couch our discussions in this like corporate speak or like very formalized, oh, we're doing quote unquote restorative justice, and like, but at the end of the day, like you kind of need to like hit you some occasionally you do got to just give some people a slap on the wrist. And there's no like that corporate language is not a magic spell that like fixes disagreements or just like makes them go like, oh, well, I was gonna feel bad, but this is I'm being called in, so it's actually fine. There's no, yeah. At a certain point, you just got to be fucking normal, Be like, hey, look, that you're just wrong. Like, yeah. So I don't know. It's the kind of perennial issue of like people who do like leftist organizing being kind of almost too educated for their own good. And this has been like throughout like socialist history and stuff. It's yeah, it's been people who have like went to university trying to talk about like how to organize people who work at McDonald's and then work at a different McDonald's because you know? So, yeah. So I don't know. I kind of had to like take a sabbatical from like leftist. Wait, why is the I want to understand this like OBS filter stuff. Um yeah, I took a sabbatical, and I finished an album, which by the way, you need to all go listen to now, or actually once the stream is over. So, here's the album. It's called Man Eaters. I got to turn off the text. It's this. It's an album by me. I might not have talked about this, but I am the best songwriter in the country. So, it looks like this. It is Man Eaters by the artist Man Eaters. It is on all platforms and Bandcamp if you want to buy the MP3 of it, which I'm my dream is to finally just not my dream is to like divest from the Google YouTube music thing altogether. Hell yeah. I also need to finish I've been looking at like iPods, and like I've been jonesing for an iPod. And I think before I do that, I'm just gonna put it on my like I got one of those Anbernicks, and I need to finish Secret of Mana so I can do like a system refresh and then put all my songs on a little. I have the card on this. Put all my songs on all my music on this, and then I can just listen to it on my Anbernick. I want a jog wheel. Are you call iPods jog wheels? I've like noticed because I've been like I've been getting in shape more and like being more active on the old iPods. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Which like no one talks about this, but like the iPod layout is like skeuomorphic. It's supposed to look like a speaker. I don't know if that's like the term for it. I'm not going to become a dumb phone person, but I am because unfortunately so much of our infrastructure is like built into the like smartphone ecosystem, and it's really you have to really go out of your way. Hold on. You really have to go out of your way to um and like make some sacrifices to be a dumb phone person. So, oh god, those fucking appliances that gotta connect to like an app over your Wi-Fi. It's just for surveillance. That's the only reason they do that. That's why smart TVs are so much cheaper than monitors because you're selling your soul. But yeah, so like it's very difficult to divest from the smartphone ecosystem because like there's you can't like the towers are 5G, right? So you need that to actually like connect to stuff. So next best option is um just having as little stuff as possible on your smartphone. Like not having social media on it. I've thought about I don't know. I'm thinking about getting an iPad mini and just like only having TikTok on that. But yeah, that's the goal is to just, be kind of dumb phone adjacent. But there's all this like people you can there's this whole cottage industry that's like popped up around dumb phones and like dumbifying your phone and stuff. You can just all you really need to do is take social media off of your phone. Then it just becomes a phone, right? Because like that's what's actually wrong with like why people have a screen time problem is because I like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram are on your phone. So you can just delete the apps, you know? But yeah, those like little Ambernick things, the like emulation handhelds are very, very good. For stopping the screen time thing. Communicated by semaphore. I think yeah, snail mail. But that's like it's weird how like the stuff drifts, right? Like the sweet spot I feel like is I don't know, I feel like the sweet spot is always like one step back from the most current technology because like the real issue with like screen time and stuff is that that's like the capital like interests are there just like sucking shit. They're like, just cramming ads everywhere and just like monitoring your every move. But if you're like that was a gross fart. Um if you're like one step back from that, like iPods are one step back from streaming, right? There's no capital interests in those iPods anymore. Like the iTunes store exists, but it's a wasteland. It's just there's just nothing. Yeah. And like, let's not forget that time was novels, like literature, like these things were like the thing uh it's it's complicated the dog situation. Um but the dog is a couple years old now. He's like 6. It's like 5 or 6 years old. I want to say 6. Um I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, like novels used to be the like thing that was poisoning the minds of the youths. And like now it's like this like aspirational thing to be a person who reads. So, and that's just because like now like the people just make literature because they love literature. I'm going on an epic rant again. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to. Well, there's nothing else. Like, I'm not a like a melee streamer, right? Like, this is just beating up a. Oh, not this. Just beating up on Bowser. Like, like the frame rate of melee like looks ass right now, right? Doesn't look good. Oh, I did the thing. You really got to be careful with Mario because if you like time your like off stage stuff wrong, you end up accidentally wall dodging, and then or like wall jumping, and then you end up stuck where like you just kind of you literally can't get back to the stage. No, I'm not playing Grim Fandango. I'm literally just doing a test stream. I'm probably gonna call it in. It's been 35 minutes. I should probably call it really soon. I need to go like shoot some hoops. There's like a park nearby where there's like a basketball court. There's like there's two basketball court parks nearby, and one has like 4 full courts like stuck together, and the other one is just one court, and it's like back in a corner, and no one goes there. So it's like my little secret. So I get to go there and just get shots up, and it's nice. I really like because running is kind of just like you got to be like focused on running, but like shooting hoops, you kind of you're still running because you're like running after a ball, like pick it up, but you're not thinking about it. So it ends up being like free cardio. Like NBA refs end up running like 5 miles. Is it 3? They run like 5 miles a game. I hoop good like Castro. I'm working on it. I've noticed. I mean, obviously, I'm like it's been just like a week where I've just been semi regularly just going to shoot hoops, and I'm at the like the honeymoon phase where like my progress is exponential because I was just ass before. Um, but I'm like right now my handles are ass. I have a apparently one way to improve your handles is to put the basketball in a plastic bag, like a loose plastic bag, and then dribble it. That's what Kyrie Irving did. So yeah, but I am noticing that like when I'm shooting threes, I'm a one motion shooter, and then when I'm in the mid range, I couldn't like ever get my head around like why like I couldn't get my head around the two motion shot forever. And like when I was a kid, I was like I thought I was just terrible at basketball because I was terrible at basketball. But that was like the sport when I was a kid. Like in like my family, that was like the sport. We weren't football people. We weren't baseball people. We were basketball people. So, but and I thought I was terrible, and I couldn't because like when I wanted to shoot, like my natural like shooting form is like from here, right? Like I'm naturally kind of a one motion shooter. And so, but like all the players, like every single player in the NBA, they're a two motion shooter where they come up and they hit the microphone really hard. They make a loud noise that annoys everyone watching the stream. But they jump and they bring it up and then they shoot. And it's it didn't like work. Like it was very it didn't like gel with me. And I finally understand why they do it. Because if I do like a one motion shot, that's like that carries the power of your legs up through your arm into the ball. And so if I'm doing a one motion shot in the mid range, like an elbow jumper, um, then I've got too much power in it, so I'll end up like shoving it out. I'll end up heaving it out of the court. But if you jump, if you elevate and then shoot, then it like decouples those two things. So you just get the height, which is what you really want in the mid range. And then you're basically just doing a layup, or you kind of like you lift in place instead of shoot. So I don't know. I've like So this is what started it, Arado, as I watched a YouTube video breaking down Steph Curry's shot form. And if you look at the like who are the best shooters in basketball, it's Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. And what do they have in common? They're one motion shooters. Actually, Karl Anthony Towns is also a one motion shooter, but he's a center, right? So he's really strong. So he doesn't do like this thing. He just like sticks his hands out and then shoots because he's a center, so he's strong. So he can't. So you have to do these like mechanical adjustments to limit your power when you're shooting in basketball. I'm not. This is not. I'm not. There's no way I'm turning this into a YouTube short. There's no way. Ugh. I have to commit to just testing something. You guys all ignored my instructions to ignore. So now we're here. But yeah. YouTube the long way. No, this is the short way. This is very specifically the short way. Oh, this thing? You talking about me specifically or the way that like the shooters do it? But I was watching Kobe Bryant games. Like it was like a Kobe Bryant playoff game. And I noticed, and this is it's very nice to see confirmation of like stuff, is like when he's shooting threes, he does like a full motion shot. But when he's in the mid range, he does the thing where he elevates and then places it. And I was like, now I understand why. I had a theory that like maybe because I'm cross dominant, so my left eye is my dominant eye, so I thought I was supposed to shoot left-handed. And so I was doing this thing where I was like putting up left-handed shots, and it was embarrassing. It was not good. And I said, I'm just gonna just do right-handed and just like try to get my form right. And it's like okay, so I'm right-handed, but you still got to work on your left hand. So, but yeah. So after this stream, I'm gonna probably get some shots up and get a sweat going. That's kind of a thing when you like. It's not a unique experience, but like if you're trans, like being like not a sports person until you transition. I like the way you illustrated. I think I'll play baseball. If I play basketball, I'll try it. It's just about getting the reps in, dude. Yeah. Well, it's like because before transitioning, it's kind of like sports is a very gendered environment. And it's a very like masculine environment. So you kind of like it's very dysphoria inducing. Ugh, my Mario is so bad. Sports is good for you. Basketball is hard. It's a very difficult sport. Also, I don't think it's a good decorum to just compliment random gestures. You should try having more fun with life. I'm a Dirty Fox player. Shine grab. Fox actually like ledge cancel his illusion. Oof. I really need to just like start playing melee online. It's getting ridiculous. Like if there's no point just beating up the CPU. Yeah, that's it. That's the album. I guess I gotta make a panel. But, oh yeah, on TikTok I'm at 900 followers. I'm so close to being able to put a button on my channel. And that will in some way be good. Yeah, I don't know, I'm like the hallowed button. But I don't know, Twitch sucks. When I say that, Twitch sucks. Everyone on like the most popular streamer on here is like, isn't the Cockroach Man like the biggest streamer on here? Like the biggest like political streamer at least. But I guess that's kind of the problem. Like, don't watch politics streamers, Hassan included. Like, that's like, you can do so much better with your time. Like, I don't care how much is going on. There's nothing. You don't need 4 hours to like. That's just Gen Z C-SPAN. Like it's Gen Z, like it's the Gen Z version of like your dad who just has Fox News or like MSNBC playing like on the TV all day. And I don't know which is worse. I don't know which would you. No, okay, you'd rather have MSNBC dad, of course, but keep in mind your MSNBC dad also watches Bill Maher. So, because at least like Fox News dad kind of knows he's a piece of shit. MSNBC dad thinks he's cool. Which like he is less of a piece of shit, but like he's self-righteous about how slightly less of a piece of shit he is. A rightoid Twitch chud dad.
Captain Bettendorf.
Do you want MSNBC dad or no, MSNBC mom or Asmongold dad?
Ready? Go!
Ugh. Tournament winner. Oh. MSNBC dad isn't beating their kids or filling them full of evangelical brainworms. I mean, there's definitely a couple MSNBC dads who beat their kids. Damn. Let's not delude ourselves. Shit. And I mean, let's. You got to remember that, like, liberals and conservatives are just the good cop, bad cop of capitalism, right? So I don't know. It is definitely a shorter, because like the goal is to kind of get to like the cool like hip socialist, right? And like a real one. So like, there we go. Ganondorf's Falcon Kick is a semi-spike. Or it's a, yeah. I guess, yeah, I think, I don't know, you gotta take everyone's situation is different. But I guess generally, you you do prefer the MSNBC dad. I'll give you that. Even if he's occasionally frustrating, he's frustrating because the standards are higher. There's one guy I found who was reading Society of the Spectacle that was kind of cool. All the cool ones are doing time in federal prison after they caught up in the eco-terrorist scare of the early aughts. That's the thing. Like people are asking where all the cool boomers went. They all died, dude. They got killed. It's bleak. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's fucked up. Well, like the people who survived are the one, like any generation, the people who survive are the ones who are kind of pieces of shit. You know? Like Leonard Peltier like just got out of prison. Here's a question though. This is like one last question. Is it too late to like restart the Is it too late to restart Grim Fandango? Or like finish Grim Fandango? Do it? Okay. Hey Genghis Khan, I'm live. I'm live for a little bit longer. I lost all my like Marth feel. Do you mean too late cosmically? No, I just mean like it's been like a year, I think, since I like last touched Grim Fandango. You know what? There's no rules. There's no rules. I can just do it. I can just do it. Yeah. Rusty and Dusty. I mean, luckily there's no, with Grim Fandango at least, you can't be rusty with Grim Fandango. You can forget where things are, but like, I'm trying to like figure out the cheat codes of streaming. And one of those is that you can literally you have to kind of like, just so you don't like annoy the fuck out of people. To not annoy the fuck out of people, you do kind of want to be like a walkthrough scumbag a little bit, you know, especially with like adventure games, right? Spectre of Tim Schafer's game design watching over you. I'm regarding. Hey Frampus, how do you feel about the square layout? Oh, adventure games already have so much game design scumbaggery. You're basically evening it. Yeah, that's true. They're from the era where like, so wrong. They're from the era where basically all you had was like one game. Hi Zealous. Or all you had was one game, so you kind of had to just they were in. Oh no, that's a Stitch. Doesn't matter. Doesn't. Bowser isn't real. Where's Grim Fandango? It'll. I'm probably gonna. It's coming. It's coming. Go check every area and then check a bit and then get confused. Walkthrough is valid. Yeah, I think a lot of those games, like probably why I bounced off of Morrowind, and yeah, probably one of the reasons I bounced off of Morrowind is because like I was kind of. It's a very very different experience to stream a game versus like casually play it. And like if you're streaming it, you're kind of like under the gun and you kind of you want to be entertaining. And I was trying to like juggle like being entertaining and like actually experiencing the game. And it's I mean like I will say the game is still people are nostalgic for it. And their nostalgia is they got nostalgia goggles for it. I'll say that. I think if someone modded just the aggression, like someone just like an update on the AI, so that those like cliff racers wouldn't just like follow you to the ends of the fucking earth, then it'd be a different story. Yeah, yeah, those games were not made with streaming in mind, for sure. I have like I have a queue of like indie games I gotta get through. I mean, well, this is the thing, Krampus. I gotta like there is a style of streamer where like the appeal, like part of the bit is that they're ass at games. And there is a special way, like a special art to being funny, like to being bad at a game and being funny while you're bad at the game. And I have not cracked that code. Because I get like very like, no, I have to beat this. It's beatable. I can do it. And then so I get very like I have to solve it. You've watched me play MGS2? You had fun with it? Okay. Okay. Was I funny bad at MGS2? I do remember playing MGS3, and that was like the remake, like the PS3 one. And my last memory of that was the PlayStation 3 controller getting that thing that apparently is just like a big problem with all of the like last tranche of PlayStation 3 controllers is the stick just got like stuck in one direction. So I was like trying to aim and it was just like spinning. I was like, so I kind of I got beat by the controller, unfortunately. But isn't there like a remake, like an HD upgrade of MGS3? Isn't that right? It could be an option. Well, thank you, drunk driving my kids. Yeah, yeah. It's been oh dear, it's been an hour. I need to. So I'm trying to like go out to shows, like local shows. 'Cause I'm like in LA, so like it's like this is the thing. People like move like people like uproot their lives to go like move to LA so they can have like all these shows available. So I'm trying to like go out, like go to shows and stuff, and like be part of the music scene, especially because I'm trying to like you know put a band together. Um, but oh, it's someone was asking if I have a Discord, and the answer is yes. There's a Discord link on the Twitch, right? Or are you asking on YouTube? I do have a Discord. Yes, thank you. I think someone was asking on the hold on. Chat, okay. Someone was asking on YouTube, I think. What am I doing in LA? I was born here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I lost it. I think it was a YouTube person asking. Yeah, damn. Um, yeah, you're asking on YouTube. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Are you able to put? Yeah, let me hold up. I'm so scared of like pulling up Twitch stuff on here. Yeah, let me. I got too many windows open. Okay. I will. Let's see. I can just put it up on YouTube. Channel. I got too many windows open. No, not bookmarks. Dude, I gotta be honest. I don't think I've ever opened up my bookmark. I've never like gone through my bookmarks and actually just like opened them. I saved them for like a moment, and then I like never take that moment to actually. I should like set a day aside and just like go through my bookmarks. Let me know if that if the link is actually coming up for you. Okay, it looks like it is. The divide between YouTube and Twitch chat. Look, there's no. They're both trash. I think YouTube chat is Republican. I'll say that. I think Twitch chat is Dems. Actually, no. Hey, YouTube and Twitch. Which one is Democrats and which one is Republicans? We got to hash this out right now. Oh yeah, but yesterday, I was like, okay, there's a show in LA, and I was like, okay, so I found like a like flyer for it on Instagram because that's where the normies are, is on Instagram, unfortunately. Still, but I looked it up and like I set it aside and then like, okay, I'm gonna buy the ticket, and then like I bought the ticket and then I looked and it said, oh, to use the ticket you have to download the Dice app. So I got tricked into buying a ticket for a show where I need to like download an app. I'm not, and like my intuition said, "Oh, this is fucked." This is in any like show or like promoter where they make you download an app to like use the ticket you bought. That's sus. That's mad sus. But I kind of like just went away with. I just kind of went along. Okay, whatever. But one other wrinkle is that the location for the show, it said, we will send you the location the day of. And so I'm looking at the thing and I'm looking at my email and my phone, my text and all that, and just like trying to like waiting for the location. Never fucking dropped. I spent money for a show. I never got the location for the show. And I should have known that. The machine ate my quarter. Never, ever. If a show, if you have to download an app to use the tickets for a show, just do not go to the show. I learned my lesson. Because, and that's like, it's sus to begin with because like you should not have to download an app to use a ticket for a show. Like full stop. But also like you can get into situations like that where the app just like doesn't work and suddenly like your money's wasted. So drunk email and PDF is God intended. My like dream is like if you're going to like have a thing where you can buy tickets ahead of time, make it so it just has like the address, like the ticket printout is just like the address, your name, and then like your email with like the things like the pips blurred out, so it doesn't have your like full contact info on it, just in case. And then there's a QR code, and the QR code does not have a link because let's not forget QR codes can contain anything. It can be a text. It can be any kind of data. It is usually a link because people are lazy, but it can be anything. It can be any string of text. So my ideal thing is it's a QR code. When the person scans it, it just shows the name and the email. It just shows the info that's already on the ticket, so they can like double check. And the thing this, it would be possible to do a forgery for your ticket, but like at that point, like if you're like forging a QR code just so that you can not pay money to go to a local indie show, you can just go. That's my philosophy. So you can just go if you're going to that amount of effort. Because maybe you're just broke and you're trying to just go get out there, so you're like, you can just go. Or even better, just cash only at the door. I'm thinking, because I'm trying to play shows, so I'm thinking of how to do this shit. Oh, so I'm gonna head out real soon, but last thing, if anybody here is in the LA area or is willing to help, Frankie in the Discord, Circadian Eurythmics, is going through a bit of a hard time. So if you they need help with, you can ask them, but they're in the kind of a sticky landlord situation. So if you're able to help with housing or place to just leave their car or whatever, anything, they're on the Discord. They didn't ask me to put the stuff out, but I don't know. They're also not going to ask for help. So I'm if you're in a position to help, I urge you to do so. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. You can do that once. That's the nice thing about having a life and a criminal justice system. You do get one shot at taking out a really bad person. You can just do that. Your life will be forfeit afterward, but you can do that. You do get a free one. It will cost you the rest of your life, but it's your life is a token, right? So you can use that. You get one quarter, and you can use that on whatever you want. And if you want to use that to commit a just felony, don't commit crimes. But I'm saying there's nothing. We don't have pre-crime yet, so that's all I'll say. This is stretching the word free all out of shape. I'm saying that if I'm terminal, or I'm so old, if I'm so old that I'm gonna die within the next decade or two anyway, yeah, take out a rich person. All right. Yeah. 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 Discord and stuff. I'm gonna head out. I'm getting a bit of a headache, so I need to get some fresh air. But thanks for stopping by at my test stream, my Square stream. Have a good one.